Am I the asshole for fixing my MIL's dress so she could wear it to SIL's wedding? I love my Mil. She can be kind of annoying and difficult, more in a socially awkward way, but I chose to let it go. SIL, my husband's brother's wife, is a bit more neurotic and controlling than me, and they clash. I find SIL very uptight, and try to avoid her, which doesn't really work because she can't stand when someone doesn't like her. Anyway, they got married recently, and Mil wore lilac, not white, freaking lilac, but SIL was upset because she thought it was too light. Mil and I were invited to get ready with the bridal party, and I heard SIL complaining about the dress being too light for the mother of the groom. I told her that if it was white I would be on her side, but Mil looked fine. Well, SIL, accidentally, spilled coffee all over the skirt. I don't believe her for a moment that it was accidental. She even smirked when she apologized. Leading up to the wedding she had made comments about her Mil should dress more like her mom, who is probably 10 to 15 years older than Mil and at least 100 pounds heavier. I don't think Mil has to look frumpy just because she has adult sons. SIL had a spare dress, probably because the coffee was premeditated, and she seemed so proud of herself for trying to force Mil into a frumpy and very cheap-looking dress. SIL doesn't know this, but my mom was a seamstress and I worked for her all through high school. We had enough time before the wedding for me to run to a store and get supplies, so I took Mil in the bathroom, cut the damaged part of the dress, and fixed it. SIL was furious when we came out, so Mil ended up wearing the too light color, but now it was even shorter and probably too sexy for the mother of the groom in SIL's opinion. I didn't think anything of it, and we had a great night. SIL confronted me recently and said that was a bitchy thing to do. It put a damper on her night, and I should have supported her because she was the bride and lilac is some grievous sin. Not the asshole. It's so nice to see a story with a nice Mil. Your SIL should count her blessings. We see enough stories of the Mil in actual white. Lilac is really okay. Go sewing skills. As a crafter who sews a lot, you are a hero who shows what a pair of scissors, pins, needle, and thread can do against the evils of bridezillas and spiteful people in general. Not the asshole. Put lilac fabric next to white fabric and there's no way they can be confused. Not the asshole. And as a costumer, I love a tale of guerrilla seamstressing in the wild. Lilac is such a common mother of dress color. I'm impressed SIL threw such a fit. She sounds like either there's something else going on that she couldn't or wouldn't say outright, something she should have phrased differently, but the rest of the wedding party are in dark colors. She'll stick out in the pictures like a sore thumb, or she channeled a front from something else to the Moji dress. In any case, again, not the asshole, and well done. Obviously not the asshole. You helped someone who didn't do anything wrong and stuck it to the person who did, whether the coffee spill was intentional or not. Based on her behavior afterward points even more that it was planned. What you did was a nice thing and SIL can get over herself. Not the asshole. Lilac is a purple shade, right? Seems like your SIL just wanted to be in control. Info: how light was the lilac dress? So light it almost looked white, or was it clearly purple? How much time did your SIL give your Mil to look for a different dress when she mentioned in the time leading up to the wedding that she wasn't a fan of the dress? Was this just a bridezilla hating on a purple dress, or was this a difficult Mil making a scene in a nearly white gown? There is some nuance to this situation, I think, and this could either be you trying to just survive through a bridezilla, or you blatantly disrespecting a woman at her wedding. Typically the brides gets approval of the mother's dresses. And if she thought it was too light, it'd be nice to respect that for one single day. She absolutely should not have spilled coffee on your Mil, but it's pretty clear neither of you like her very much. So I don't think it's a huge reach that you both may have been trying to antagonize her a little bit. Not the asshole. SIL was being a bridezilla. The Queen wore lilac to both Andrew's and Edward's weddings. I believe that sets a precedent for what is acceptable for the mother of the groom. Not the asshole. But that is obvious. Thanks for the chuckle and good luck with that SIL. I'd need a picture of the dress to decide. Lilac can be very light and in some light look white. If that is the case then ESH, but if it's solid purple, then NTA. I can only imagine what that spare dress looked like. Burlap, was it? Good on ya for your quick thinking and saving the day for your Mil. Your SIL will just have to get over it. Yikes. Gives you a glimpse into her character. Yes. Not the asshole. Definitely not the asshole. I think what you did for your Mill was very sweet and thoughtful. She deserves to wear something that she likes. Your SIL needs to stop trying to upstage your Mill and take a good long look at herself. She shouldn't project her own insecurities and low self-esteem onto your Mill. Not the asshole for sure. Not the asshole, and this is beyond stupid for someone to get upset over. For God's sake, your Mill is now her family and they need to learn to get along. Not the asshole. I get that it's her wedding, but that's just a bit too much controlling. It's not like Mill is a bridesmaid and needs to wear pre-decided clothes. Not the asshole. And bravo, hands clapping for coming to Mill's rescue. Not the asshole. SIL knows how to alienate everyone, doesn't she? What a piece of work. Kudos for your Mill for keeping her cool and for how you both found a great solution. I know countless weddings where the mother of the bride or groom were wearing lilac or some form of lavender. It's very common. SIL was just looking to make a mountain out of a molehill. Not the asshole. The SIL is a bridezilla. You are not the asshole, you are a fairy goddaughter. I'm going with a soft you are the asshole, but kind of ESH. It was her day and she made it pretty clear, however rudely, that she didn't want Mill to wear that color. Why not just do the thing so she isn't stressed on her wedding day? SIL confronted me recently and said that was a bitchy thing to do. It put a damper on her night, and I should have supported her because she was the bride and lilac is some grievous sin. Gee, SIL, I don't understand. Why is fixing Mil's dress bitchy of me? How did that put a damper on your night? Please explain it to me. Info. Can we see a pic of the dress or something similar? Lilac can come in many shades and I feel like if it is a very light shade in photographs it can look white. I'm leaning towards NTA, but I feel like I'd need to see before I make a complete judgment. You are the asshole. How many times did you have to clarify it wasn't white? Obviously it was so close to white that it could get mistaken for white. For you to be so insecure about the actual tone of this dress is quite telling. My Mill is a saint. Her dress was an off-white or very pastel color. I don't remember. I just remember dancing the time warp with her. Being bitchy is a waste of energy that could be going toward enjoying life. Not the asshole. This is tough. I think I have to say everyone sucks here purely because no matter how much of a pain SIL can be, it was her wedding and she obviously felt upset that Mill wore that. I don't think Op and Mill did anything with ill intention, but I feel like her wedding day was a day to just suck it up and respect her wishes. You are the asshole. If the bride/groom says no, that is it. End of discussion. Not the asshole. Lilac is a pretty common color for weddings, and while it might appear white in some pictures, it's not a color that would cause a fuss. No one at the wedding would be like, Mill wore white, and can easily be color corrected in any photos where it appeared white. My best friend got married and Mill wore a gray glittery number that definitely appeared white a few times, but it was so clearly not white or a wedding dress that it certainly wasn't a competing dress. Good for you for sticking it to her. NTA. Apologize to SIL in a very dense and stupid way. Oh, you spilled coffee on it on purpose. I am so sorry, I didn't know. I was just trying to make everyone happy and make sure everyone looked good for pictures because I wanted to help make your day as perfect as I think you are. Lol. Not the asshole. Tell your SIL that intentional dumping coffee on someone is rude. As much as I strongly believe you're not the asshole, can you add a photo of the dress in question? We can't just take your word for it about the color. Queen Elizabeth LL wore lilac to one of her son's weddings, so. Everyone says not the asshole, but I disagree immensely. It's the bride's decision. It's the bride's wedding, not yours. Look up what lilac looks like. Oh, lilac is light purple. NTA. SIL can shove it. Lol, your SIL would have had a field day with my SIL at my wedding. I had a blush wedding gown, and my SIL didn't know, and wore the same color cocktail dress. Know what I did? Nothing. Literally everyone at your wedding knows who is getting married. It wasn't some snub. My SIL didn't know, and we both looked great. Lilac is far less offensive than blush, and honestly, people put a lot of thought into colors other people wear. It always makes me chuckle. To all brides, unless someone is actively trying to make your wedding day bad, any slights you perceive or anger you feel is on you and you're probably being a paranoid bridezilla. That is all. Also, not the asshole. That's awesome, a bit like Cinderella. Not the asshole. If I knew that my future daughter-in-law didn't want me to wear a particular outfit at her wedding, I'd pick a different outfit. Everyone sucks here, you all sound awful. NTA, but seriously, it's not your wedding, it's not Mill wedding. Do what the bride wants or don't go. Not the asshole. I'd be surprised if the marriage lasts. Not the asshole, I feel for the groom. Not the asshole. You don't spill hot coffee on people, you could burn them. SIL sounds unpleasant, and if she brings this up again, I'd threaten to tell her husband, and yours, that she purposefully risked injuring their mother with hot liquids over a dress. Not the asshole, it's lilac. It's not like your Mill wanted to wear a white bodycon dress or a blatant wedding dress. Lilac is a beautiful color, Bridezilla over here was probably jealous that Mill could pull it off. Not the asshole, and good for you for helping out that nice woman. Not the asshole. Oh my god, you are the MVP for this. Info. How lilac, why was it? Can I get a reference shade? If SIL didn't have to be a jerk and spill coffee on the dress, then we wouldn't have had to deal with the apparently sexy Mill outfit. And it's all over a pretty color that SIL apparently had a grudge against. Not the asshole, and that dress probably wasn't cheap. Not the asshole. Good for you. You did a really nice thing for your Mill. SIL sounds like hard work. Fuck your sister-in-law, NTA. Not the asshole at all. Why should you have to help your SIL be a passive-aggressive a-hole? But also info, tell us more about how you fixed the dress because you sound so talented. Not the asshole, and I hope when my boys get married they marry someone like you. You sound awesome. P.S. As mother of the groom I will be totally bringing it. Not the asshole, but I do want to point out, and at least 100 pounds heavier. I don't think Mill has to look frumpy just because she has adult sons. Comes across kinda fatphobic. Fat people can be fat and still be fashionable. You could have left the age and weighed out, as it kind of seems like you're putting this woman down for that.